Okay, I'm testing. Is that good? Good. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Welcome to the meditation this morning. A time when we come together as a community, feeling that breath of God move through every cell of our physical being, every part of our mind and our spirit. It is the closeness of Spirit of God
of the one living in, through, and as who you are and who I am. You are indeed a holy presence. Breathing in. And breathing out. Going into the stillness. as you slowly come back into the room from the meditation, may you carry with you the beauty of this stillness in your day. And may you smile when you see the flowers blooming, the grasses growing. And enjoy the beauty and joy of God, of the universe, and of who you are today. And the service starts at 10:30. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
That'll be good to see.
Oops.
I know, Charlie.
So, are we watching Renee to sway? Not from I'm going to watch you to sway.
It does. It's
Do not.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Before we begin our service today, let's light a candle for peace. With the lighting of this candle, we bring into this room the peace that is the foundation of the deeper truth running through everything. Even when the world outside feels uncertain, let us now take a moment of silence to honor our feelings, to open our hearts, to move this peace within and shine its light out into the world. Let the music begin. Strike up the band.
Okay, good morning. That is your cue to begin the praise and the worship. Amen. Bless, 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 bless. Bless, bless, bless. Everybody say, bless, bless. Let me hear you. Bless, come on. Bless, let me hear you. Bless, hey, we're blessed. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. We're blessed when we come and when we go. We cast down every stronghold. Sickness and poverty must cease, for the ego is defeated. We are blessed. Everybody say blessed, blessed. I can't hear you. Blessed, come on, church. Blessed, yeah. Blessed, hey, blessed, yeah. Blessed, hey, you're gonna say blessed, 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 blessed. Field. We're blessed when we come and when we go. We cast down every stronghold. Sickness and poverty must cease, for the ego is defeated. We are blessed. Say blessed, blessed, blessed. Hey, say blessed, blessed. Oh, late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around. It's gonna work in your favor. Come on, praise team, sing it with me. Say, late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around. It's working, it's working. Say, late in the midnight hour, late in the midnight hour, gonna turn it around and 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 around. Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn it around and around and around and around. Yeah, we're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. Yeah, we're blessed when we come and when we go. We cast down every stronghold. Poverty must cease, for the ego is defeated. We are blessed. You need to know for yourself today. We're blessed. We're blessed. We cast down every stronghold. Poverty must cease, for the ego is defeated. We are blessed.
We are blessed. My name is Chris-Grayson Diamond, and I am a member of your Board of Trustees here at CSL San Jose. I'm a next-gen leader, and I serve on the CSL Member Council for Home Office. And I say today, in the spirit of wholeness, I welcome you to our Sunday celebration. I now kindly, in spirit of this celebration, ask you to join me in muting your cell phones. Thank you for doing so. I had to remember. I would like to invite our practitioner of the day forward to share our call to service.
Good morning. It's a joy to be with you here this morning. Now I will sound the bowl 3 times as our call to deepen and to be present in this moment. The resonance, the vibration, the stillness, the activity, the one breath, the one love, it is all God. And I express the one. I am the one expressing, just as each and every one of us together, each and every one of you expresses the one with every breath, with every action, with every vibration. And so I know today, without doubt, without ceasing, that today is blessed, that this service, this community comes together in the vibration of love and of oneness, knowing that all is well in every moment. The vibration of peace is present. Peace is present, and we are the peace. And in gratitude for Reverend Marcia's message today and all the hands and hearts that come together here, I say thank you to the one, to the love, to God. And I release my word into the action of the law, knowing that it is already so and done. And please join me in saying, and so it is.
Our community is a place of belonging, calling all into their spiritual magnificence. We are companions on this journey, expanding love's expression as we learn to become the presence of peace. We are beacons of light, living the principles that we teach as we meet each other where we are now. We are a safe space where hope, where courage are explored, and new beginnings are happening through radical acceptance of who and whose we are. So I say to you, welcome. We would like to take this moment to acknowledge everyone who has come together, volunteering their time in the celebration of spirit and community. So I say a heartfelt thank you. We realize that today's trends offer up many options of spiritual food, of nourishment, and we are grateful that you are here with us today. So we welcome you, and if you are with us here for the first time, please consider filling out a connection card found under your chair in front of you, and place it either in the offertory basket when it comes around, or if you want to find out more about our center, you may take it to the concierge desk in Fellowship Hall to find a welcome packet that we have for you. And of course, join us for some more of that nourishment in Fellowship Hall afterwards. So now, if you would please feel comfortable, please stand so that we can welcome you. Perfect. Now going to invite Sean up to read our sacred covenant, an element of it, into the room. Here's Sean.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sean Garcia, and I am one of 9 members of the new Minister Recommendation Committee. And I'd like to take a few moments to update you on the work we've been doing the past few months, specifically our journey toward creating our new minister sacred covenant. Now, you might be wondering what exactly is a sacred covenant, and that is certainly something I asked myself. And essentially, at its heart, the sacred covenant is a clear and intentional expression of who we are as a spiritual community and who we are seeking to welcome as our next minister. It reflects our needs, our hopes, our values, and our shared vision for the future. This covenant is an important first step in the process, as it will accompany the job posting by Home Office, essentially helping candidates understand not just the role, but the spirit of the community they may be called to serve. Before we could create the covenant, we began with you, our community. Earlier this year, we gathered for a Sunday visioning session led by Reverend Nadine, where we explored who we are and who we are seeking. That experience was followed by a co-creation workshop open to the community as well, guided by Reverend Kathy Hearn, where we began shaping our shared vision more concretely. And the final phase was a deeply meaningful 2-day intensive workshop, and alongside the committee, 4 additional community members joined us for this intensive process of prayer, reflection, and thoughtful dialogue. Together, we worked through every word, and I mean every word and comma, until we reached full spiritual alignment on the sacred covenant you'll soon hear and speak. And during that process, we were invited to stretch our perspective, essentially to imagine ourselves as the minister, through the lens of a healer, a speaker, and a teacher. We asked ourselves, who are we called to become, and what kind of leadership do we want to both embody and receive? And in doing so, we weren't just defining a role, we were shaping a relationship. And now we'd like to invite you into that same experience. In a moment, we'll move into a call and response exercise where I will read 4 statements from the Sacred Covenant, each beginning with our minister. And after each one, I invite you to respond by bringing that truth inwards, repeating that same statement, but beginning with I am. So if you are able and willing, I do invite you to stand, as this is in place of our statement of being today. And I will read the beginning statement, and then I will start one of the 4 statements in which you will then repeat and respond with I am, and then we will do a closing. As I stand in agreement with my beloved community, I see my new minister revealed before me as a vibrant, caring, collaborative, curious, and spirit-led person of integrity. I now intend to experience my new minister in full cooperation and agreement with my community, knowing this truth about myself. For as our new minister is sharing an authentic and meaningful message that inspires me to live a life grounded in spiritual principles. I am an authentic and meaningful message that inspires me to live a life grounded in spiritual principles. Our new minister is deepening my understanding of science of mind teachings and awakening my inherent wisdom. I am deepening my understanding of science of mind teachings and awakening my inherent wisdom. Our new minister is applying the power of love, wisdom, and affirmative prayer to reveal the truth of our wholeness. I am applying the power of wisdom, and affirmative prayer to reveal the truth of our wholeness. Our new minister is embracing the values, interests, and activities already held in our community and igniting new inspirations. I am embracing the values, interests, and activities already held in our community and igniting new inspirations. As I now accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, I know that they are revealed in a way that expresses God and serves the highest and greatest good of all who are touched by their presence. I am grateful, God is gracious, and we anchor this by saying, and so it is. Thank you. If you'd like to learn more about our sacred covenant or receive your own copy in entirety, please visit the community corner in Fellowship Hall.
So I was going to say while you were up, but now if you could please stand again and greet those who are around you. And as we return to our seats, find our places back where we were, I just want to quickly go a little off script to say how honored and loved I feel to celebrate this person today, to have Reverend Queen Michelle Jordan in the house. Our co-music director here at CSL San Jose. Growing up, I got to listen to her music, and I still feel so blessed that I get to. Over to you and our guest.
It's an honor to be here with Simon Russell on piano, James Jeffley on bass, and Billy Johnson on drums. And the praise team needs no introduction. They hold it down every Sunday, and I'm just so proud of them. I confess sometimes I scroll on the internet. And sometimes I hear songs that are on the internet, and I say, oh, I need to sing that song. And so this is one of those songs. Hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Sing with me. Hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. That's the melody, right? Hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Another part will add, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hey! Hold on. Sing it out there. Hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. And then we have another little chord going. Hold on, my dear ones, here comes. This is a song to a Hold on, my dear ones. Here comes the dawn. Nice and easy, say, hold on, hold on. Let's say this, my dear. Can we say, my dear ones, my dear ones? My dear ones. Say, my dear ones, my dear, my dear ones, my dear, my dear ones, my dear ones. Here comes the dawn. Keep playing, Simon. Keep playing, Simon. Keep playing, Simon. Just breathe it in as the band continues to minister. We just sit. My dear ones, here comes the dawn. Just breathe it in.
And as blessed as I feel to have been raised listening to music like that, I now get to introduce another voice I got to grow up listening to. Let's bring up my mom, Reverend Jennifer Vick.
Notice he didn't say blessed to listen to with that one. Good morning. I'm here to do a 60 to 90 second testimonial, so I'm setting a timer. I really wanted to come up and do a wheel of principles and just spin it and see what it landed on, but I came up with that idea too short. But we have 10 core principles here in the teachings of Science and Mind, and I really wanted to speak a little bit to the reciprocal nature. That is one of our core tenets. There's the reciprocal nature of the universe. And it's important to me because as I learned these teachings, I was often, my lightness, my joy, my willingness to laugh could often be mistaken as a spiritual bypass because I approached things with lightness. And I became a practitioner in a group that we said we were going to laugh our way through spiritual transformation. That does not mean there weren't tears, there were lots of breakthroughs, but we knew that what we put out in the universe is what comes back to us. And what we wanted to come back to us with ease and grace and joy and lightness. And so I like to do my deep work walking lightly through the world. And I will say, in the hardest times, which many of us feel like we are seeing now, if you can be a beacon of joy and a beacon of light everywhere you go, no matter what you are faced with, still stay connected to the one that is joy and love, that experience will transform right in front of you, even all the way down to road rage. Like, somebody cuts you off, you can literally just say, they have someone really important to be right now. I am blessing them. And it transforms. So I invite you to take in the reciprocal nature of the universe and move with light and joy. Thank you.
Now continuing our theme that we started back in January on through to this March, this Sunday. Recognizing and return to the one is Rev Marcia's Bencala's talk today. Please join me in welcoming her with her message, Breaking the Sound Barrier of Thought.
I like that owl I hear. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Getting settled here. So I grew up in Santa Clara Valley in the 60s, and sometimes during those times I could hear the military jets at Moffett Field breaking the sound barrier. How many of you heard that? Yeah. I kind of miss it in some ways. But lately, I've been wondering if our human mind might have something like its own sound barrier. So in 1947, the test pilot Chuck Yeager, you may have heard of him, flew an experimental rocket plane, the Bell X-1, trying to go through that sound barrier. And as he was in that plane, in that rocket, it accelerated, and the typical thing that had been known started to happen. It started to rattle, the whole aircraft started to shake, and the controls were hard to grab onto, and pressure built up as the air around the plane tried to get past the plane. But instead, what happened to the air is that it became very compressed, and it resisted. And then his plane crossed through the sound barrier, moving past that pressure that the air was creating. And the built-up pressure formed a shock wave that traveled with the aircraft. And on the ground, that's heard as a sonic boom. However, for the pilot, suddenly everything was calm. There was no turbulence in the air. Everything was normal again. And the strange thing is really, in reality, there was no turbulence that existed in the air. It was the relationship between the airplane and the air that created it. But the sky was always the same. So I can't help but wonder if this is similar to what is happening inside us sometimes. That often, what feels like turbulence is really our mind trying to think its way through, trying to control. And we feel that shaking or that pressure. And that maybe, just maybe, there is something beyond that mind, that stillness, that is quietly holding us, the sky, or what we call Spirit God. Maybe it's already always been there, quietly, waiting for us to recognize it, even though we believe we are the ones holding everything together, right? So this brings me to something essential this morning. What is the nature of thought and the silence beyond it? Because in our teaching, we place a great deal of emphasis on thought. Ernest Holmes tells us that thought is creative. Thought sets this law, this creative principle in motion, and that's true. And then that thought shapes our experience. That is also true. But what we don't talk about, I think, is what we're experiencing now, where the turbulence is all the thought out in the collective. The thought is becoming the turbulence. So let me explain this a little bit. In the middle of 2024, I had a personal experience in which I all of a sudden wondered if those that I love deeply were safe because of what's going on in the world today. So this gentle fear became more thoughts, and then I started to feel it in my body. You know, that unease, that nervous energy that would show up sometimes, that there might be something wrong, even though nothing had happened yet. So this is my personal work, right? I'm a minister. Am I beyond that? No. So I did my work, and what kept coming up for me is this question. Why, if I believe that we are of source, that we are of love, which I do believe, why was I starting with the question of fear first and how I needed to shift that? So I flipped it. And this question changed something within me because I started to say, come from love first. Don't even worry about what fear and working through that. Come from love first in your life. So I began practicing that very intentionally, choosing love with the first thing that I did and not reacting. So choosing compassion instead of judgment, choosing not to be a victim of our national circumstances. And this really shifted how I met life for a while. And then this other question kept needling me. Yes, I'm coming from love, but am I doing enough out in the world with what I see? And this was a personal tension that kept growing. I do believe that we need to go within first and create that inner peace of well-being and love, and then move out into the world. But is that enough? I didn't ask, am I doing something wrong? What I was really asking myself was spiritually, was there something deeper that I was missing? And even as I practiced love, something else was continuing to happen. This noise in my head started rising again, so I knew I had to contemplate some more. You know, today there are so many voices. We have our own, we have our family, we have our friends. We have the news cycle, which, have you noticed how more and more is live video? And that's because news is changing all the time, and that the news is intending to keep us on edge. There's also social media, amplifying the differences between ourselves. Then there are also narratives. Do you hear those narratives where people in power are trying to tell us what to think, what is true, even before anybody knows what has happened? And the mind, this mind tries to process all of it. And it can look like this for me, because I don't want to be a hermit, but I don't indulge in a lot of news. But this is what it does look like for me. I see one headline. I'm not scrolling, right? I create one scenario, one what if. And I can feel that in my body tighten as I try to decide what I'm seeing is true or not. With AI, fake images, all of this, it's kind of like, whoa, what is going on in my head here? And I'm even asking them sometimes, am I thinking the right spiritual thought here? And then I notice something subtly happening within me. That even my spiritual thinking was still thinking. And I had to sit with that. You could say that I was feeling this little bit of turbulence, not a lot, but a little bit of pressure, trying to figure it out while I was not trying to figure it out. Trying to make sense of everything when I know it's not my role to make sense of everything that I'm seeing happening. Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to think my way to peace. And I could feel it, though, in my body. You know that little twinge in your stomach? That feeling of like a subtle urgency to resolve something out there. And I realized if I kept trying to think my way through this, the noise, the turbulence wasn't going to go anywhere. Was I up against my own sound barrier? Maybe. Now, this is where our teaching comes into play, because Ernest Holmes gives us something incredibly powerful. We know that there is law, and at the same time, this is a mental realm that we're working in, but it's not passive. It is creation. It's not casual. It is causative, our thought, and this law is very responsive to us, and it takes our thought and produces experience, right? So yes, what we think matters. So we are always impressing upon this law. It's always creating, and this is empowering, because we do not have to be victims of what's outside of us. It allows us to participate in creating our life. But what happens now when others are using this same law and hurting other people? So here's where this thinking idea became a little bit clearer to me. This law of cause and effect belongs to the level of the mental mind, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not the whole story, because at the level of mind that we're working with, that means that I might be saying to myself, what thought should I really spiritually be thinking right now? Or what is I need to think to feel peaceful? And as long as we're inside that loop of cause and effect, thought and experience, it's really hard to feel, to sense, to know what is actually underneath all of that. For underneath it is this hidden wholeness, this love. Because as we move deeper into our heart, into spirit, we are no longer trying to create something. This is where there is no problem. This is where nothing is missing. And isn't it hard for us? Take that back. It is hard for me today to sit there. But I do know that there is just presence. The sky. At the level of our mind, life unfolds through cause and effect. That's right, because we're human. But at the level of spirit, there already is wholeness. So, this is where mystics come in. This comes in what I've been contemplating. They tell us to move beyond the point of thought into silence. In Science of Mind, Holmes says it this way. He would say that a mystic is someone that moves beyond concepts and beliefs, so thinking, into that direct experience of the divine within ourselves. Holmes himself was a mystic, but that's not necessarily the emphasis what we pull out of his teachings. So mystics of all kinds, ancient and modern, go beyond asking, what should I think? Instead, Jesus, Buddha, Rumi, so many others, all point to there's a shift in awareness. Who is the thinker? A shift in our consciousness beyond good and bad. A shift beyond identity, all those masks that we put upon ourselves or that we put upon other people. So what I'm starting to realize is there's actually an upward spiraling progression in our spiritual growth. At some point, we use thought to create our lives. That's true. Also, we release thought at some point to know who we truly are. So instead of thinking more, I went into silence. So just like I went from fear and flipped it over and said, I'll start with love. So instead of thinking, I flipped over and said, okay, I'm going to be still. Not really knowing, well, I kind of knew what that meant, but it was like different than meditation. So you might be asking yourself, how is that different than meditation? What I've heard is that meditation is actually a very dense form, a low vibratory form of silence. And that's when we use meditation with a method. We use the breath. We're focusing on the breath and us, or a mantra. Or we have a goal with meditation to calm our thoughts, to release our thoughts, when it becomes an intention. If we can let go of the method during meditation or the goal, we can start entering the doorway of silence, the silence that I'm talking about, which is the silence before thought, before effort, before our identity. So I want to invite you just for a moment into that. What would happen if you didn't try to figure everything out, even right now, just for a few seconds? So let your shoulders soften. Let your breath slow. Let your awareness drop from your head to your heart. Let your mind rest. Mystics say something very simple and yet very radical about silence. Rumi wrote, "Silence is the language of God. All else is poor translation." Holmes said, "In the silence, we commune with the infinite." David Whyte, the modern poet, says, "Silence is not the absence of something, but the presence of everything." Think about that. Jesus said, "Be still and know." Silence is what remains when we soften our thought. It's not where we are creating. It's where we are realizing who we truly are. So let me just take a moment. I'm going to go back there and talk to our teaching symbol just for a moment to see if that explains it a little better. So this is our teaching symbol. The circle means infinite, for God is infinite. And we like to think, one way of thinking about it is that the top is that field of unconditioned potential, life, love, soul. And this middle is the law, that law of cause and effect. And this is form. And so often what we say is change your thinking, change your life, right? You plant a seed from that infinite potential, let's say a radish seed, just to make it tangible. It moves through the soil, that cause and effect, and something happens there, and voila, down here we have form. And what I'm saying is if we stay in that law of cause and effect, where we think and experience, what we're doing is staying right here. And in silence, instead of this part coming down, we're this part, opening up to the divine, to that potential in silence. And all these lines are really not there. Okay. Did that help? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is we use our mind and we allow Spirit to enter us at the same time. So there are many paths to silence. It's kind of like meditation. There's breath. I like to go out into nature. There is artwork and things like that. For me, it is just sitting still, wherever I am, and letting things be. And what I am finding when I do that, there is a flow to my life. I do not have to push. I do not have to figure things out. Often I just say, this too shall take care of itself, and it does. But there is also some intensity that I find is rising with me. And I'll be honest, I am not sitting in silence. I have moments. But there's this intensity that I feel like is saying, stay with this. Stay with this. It's an invitation to stay present in this energetic rising so that we can meet what is out in the world. So, how does this answer the question, is love enough? What is mine to do? Because if you remember, that's how I got to this point. Well, I don't have the whole answer yet, but what I'm trying to say is that in true silence, the need to figure everything out falls away. And as I move through my life, in a moment, there'll be a gentle, quiet clarity. And from that place, the question of what is mine to do doesn't feel forced. It is given to me. It's given to me in that moment of maybe to talk to somebody, maybe to donate. It's a different way of moving in the world. So in conclusion then, I think the invitation is really to try it. You can deny it or you can try it. So I'm trying it, to move beyond thought when I can, to be in that stillness, to be with something deeper. And then from that place to move outward, not to control, not to measure my impact, not to necessarily even know exactly what I'm doing or how to do it, but trusting that that love that we practice, that love that we are, is already doing the work. For all along, love is always present, just waiting for it to be noticed. Let's pray. As I rest in this moment, first of all, I'm going to break this. What came to me is it's really hard to talk about silence when you're using words. So, with these words, which are glorious, for in the beginning was the Word, I know that there is only one life. It is that peace. It is that power. It is that fire behind all creation. It is pushing as me, through me, as each of us, into that awareness of who we truly are, that we are the divine, that we are the ones loving. And so I know in this moment, as we go out into the world, we bring that which is love. We raise the vibratory levels such that all we can do is love, 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 and attract others to that peace and calm. And I know that this is enough. For I trust, and I give great thanks for this truth, knowing that the truth is always true in every moment, and that includes right now. So I surrender this word and let it be. Release it into the action of the law and into a little bit of silence. And together we say, and so it is.
I'm grateful. I'm trusting God. I trust in God.
This joy.
This joy that I
Oh, you're right. So forgive me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, yeah. This joy that I have, this joy, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it away. This strength that I have, this strength that I have, oh, yes, the world, this strength that we are, yes, yes, the world, this strength that I am, well, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, this love that I have, this love, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, well, well, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this love that I have, well, the world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Come on, Simon, play, play, play.
Right, peace.
All right, Billy, come on, Billy, give me some, give me some. This joy that I have, this joy,
the world didn't give it to me.
as we embrace the
Joy
silence.
that I have,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the world didn't give it to me.
Oh, let's know, let's know.
This joy that I
This
have,
joy,
the world didn't give it to me.
The world
didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
oh, the world,
The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it.
The world can't take it away.
phenomenal. And it was a phenomenal talk as well. I don't get often to be in here since I'm volunteering in the youth wing. I think I picked a good Sunday. To be in here. So I want to say thank you, Rev Marcia, for your talk. Thank you, Queen Michelle, for your singing. Thank you.
Yes, Chris-Grayson.
Continuing our theme next week, we have Return to the One. Rev Nadine Rogers will be back in the house to give her message entitled, I Can Hook You Up. Along with the amazing Ricky Byers and Reese Whitaker and our praise team and our house band. Yes. Now it is time for our conscious giving and an opportunity to participate in the law of circulation. We know that even though we have been taught it is better to give than receive, the most important idea is often missed. Knowing that we must receive first in order to give from a feeling of abundance. So now we invite you to receive a blessing of joy from your higher self. Keep it with you all week long and remember how much you are loved. Once you have drawn your joy blessing out of the small basket, you will be able to give your offering into the second basket underneath to complete the law of circulation through giving back. Ushers, will you please circulate the two baskets, one atop the other. I invite you to evoke the feeling of gratitude through thoughts of life's abundance right where you are, allowing that to fill you and the space around you. As your word has power, please join in blessing the offertory by saying together our prosperity affirmation. The words can be found here on the screens. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I have a variety of ways for you to continue your engagement and your connection now. Starting off, Peace Walk, Peace Rocks. Everyone is welcome to come and paint these Peace Rocks to share at the Peace Walk. Doing little hearts on the rocks. Doesn't have to be as immaculate as our mandala rocks, but it could just be a little heart, a little P for peace, a little peace sign. Be creative with it. That is happening today after service. Bring friends, bring the rocks, and we'll supply the paints. We have the rocks, to be fair, as well. But if you found one and you're keeping it in your car for a special occasion, today's the day. If you have never experienced Ricky Byers in concert, or more importantly, if you have, all the more reason to not miss this moving, uplifting, and heart-opening spiritual music experience. I think, yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ricky Byers, and I'm coming to Center for Spiritual Living San Jose on March 28th. And I'm inviting you to get your tickets now because it's going to be a stone gas, honey. I'm going to be there with Ayanna Stokes joining me on vocals. Reese Whitaker, you better come on that stage at one point. Ben Dowling is going to be on piano. He's one of my favorite piano players from back in the day. And we will be doing extraordinary music, at least music that I like. They're my songs. And yeah, you know these songs. Holy, Holy Way, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Yahweh, in the land of I am. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time, and I'm inviting you to get your tickets now. March 28th, I'll be right there at the Center for Spiritual Living San Jose, and I expect to see you in the seat. All righty, God bless. And yes, here's to you. Peace.
So do join us on March 28th at 7 p.m. and let the music carry you. There's a 3-tiered ticket price, including a VIP gathering at 6 p.m. with Ricky. For your convenience, there is a dedicated table immediately outside the sanctuary and fellowship hall for all things Ricky. Our second annual Neighborhood Peace Walk is next Sunday, March 29th. Starting and ending at the Frank Bramhall Park from 1:30 to 2:30, with opening ceremonies kicking off at 1 o'clock p.m. With a message from District 6 Councilman Michael Mulcahy and fun for the whole family. See, all are welcome at this occasion to bring your own creative signage, bring your friends, your dogs, and grab a CSL San Jose t-shirt and walk for peace. We are also looking for those...
Stay for food and fellowship afterwards.
Yes, stay in food, yes. We are also looking for those willing to be in service. We have a table in Fellowship Hall for those who are interested in serving. The board is now open for those who are considering serving in leadership on the Board of Trustees. We have 4 3-year term seats open to those called to continue building something wonderful in the days and months to come. Our board, in addition to having both fiduciary and governing responsibilities, is also a hands-on working board liaising and serving with various aspects of our center. We meet twice monthly. Applications are posted on our website with a submission deadline of March 30th. Our annual member meeting is being held on April 26th.
Hello again. I'm here to tell you about what we affectionately refer to as G for G, Gourmets for God. How many of you like getting together with friends, Raise your hand. All right, that makes you the perfect host for a G for G event because you design it, you plan it. You host an event, you do what you love. Do you love bowling? Do you love going to a ball game? Do you love a concert in the park? Do you love cooking? You do what you love. You write up a little event, and then we auction it off. So you host it and cover the costs, which is partially tax deductible, and then the people who bid on it are your guests at the event, and you can partner up with your friends. Did you see all those hands go up? Put your hands up again if you love hanging out with friends. Now look around the room. Those are the guests that you're going to get to know better. So if you are interested in Gourmets for God, we're collecting host commitments currently, and Ron in the booth and Deanna on the stage are the coordinators of the event. We're the behind-the-scenes help, and except now I'm up here. But we would love to have you host. We would love to have you bid on them once they're available. And we're signing up for host. Signing up to be a host ends on Easter, April 5th. So we would love for you to commit to just having a good time with people doing something you already love to do. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We have a donation drive going on right now. Our spring donation diaper drive running March 22nd through April 12th. We will be donating sizes 5, 6, and 7 diapers to Santa Maria Urban Ministry, an organization serving our greater community for over 40 years. Drop-offs can be anytime that is within the range of Sunday, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. I heard a great question. Where exactly? I think this is a great question for you, Audrey. Right out here, Fellowship Hall? Right under the TV. Perfect. Annual blessing ceremony. I think this is a new thing we got going on. Annual blessing ceremony. April 12th, 1 p.m. is going to be in the social hall.
Well, it's a new announcement.
A new announcement. Excuse me. Yes. Yeah. Bring your precious ones. Bring your precious pets, your precious ones. Each animal receives its own special blessing, and this is facilitated by Debbie Belmessieri and Rev. Maureen Ross. Me, a mystic, with Rev. Marcia Bencala and Debbie Slayton, begins April 16th and runs through May 28th. This is a hybrid course on Thursday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., and the investment is $175. Discover the mystic alive within you through conversations, reflection, simple practices, and experientials. Explore the common threads that run through mystics and mystical traditions across time and cultures, including Rumi, St. Teresa, Marc Nepo, and Ernest Holmes.
See, we're the dynamic duo. I want to share with you what I'm hoping will be our first, not even annual, but more frequently, Buy Nothing Day. Our first Buy Nothing Day is on Saturday, April 18th. And what it is a good old-fashioned swap meet. But what it is you release those things that are no longer serving you, but are still in excellent or very good condition, and you receive those things that you are seeking or wanting in your environment without paying a dime. So you come in on Saturday at 11 o'clock with goods that you can carry. We're doing home goods, decor, sports equipment, children's toys, kitchenware, craft supplies. No clothing, no shoes or purses this time. We want to just keep it to that opens a whole other thing. So you arrive at 11 with your bags of goodies. We set them out on tables, and then you start shopping to fill those empty bags with new things for you, that without spending a dime. And we're doing it near Earth Day because we're focused on the environment, and ecology, sustainability, reuse rather than throw away. we hope you can join us. And we'll have more details when we get on the other side of the Peace Weekend. We'll have some flyers for you. The last announcement is something that I am so excited to bring back. I am starting at the end of April my spiritual parenting group. So on the fourth Saturday of each month, beginning April 25th from 9:30 to 11, I'll be leading a conversation. It's starting with a book study of 10 principles of spiritual parenting. We'll do a principle a month. And the gathering is free. If you need daycare, you pay $10 only per family. And if you are not seeking spiritual parenting, do you know people who would benefit from a once-a-month gathering with other people to look at how to bring everyday spiritual practices into their family life? That is what it's all about. And some of my oldest, dearest friends I met in this group. So please spread the word. Thank you.
And I got to be in that daycare. Two last little reminders for you. Town Hall and Potluck is after service today. And then we also have our continuing conversations table with Rev Marcia on her message we just heard earlier. If you want to dive a little deeper and discuss these spiritual teachings, all are welcomed. While eating. With your mouths closed, though.
And rocks.
And painting rocks. Yes. And then come for the town hall. We are a very busy and involved community, and we love every second. Links to register for these events can be found on our website calendar at www.cslsj.org, or visit our concierge desk or community corner in Fellowship Hall. Remember that you can find the recording of today's celebration service on our website, YouTube channel, and our Facebook page. Please click and share to invite others in. Would all the youth and teens, yes, and practitioners of the day come forward? And would all the practitioners stand right where you are? Look for a practitioner wearing a stole. They will be available after service for prayer support. We also now have this community prayer box at the back of the sanctuary. Write a prayer, put it in the box, and your requests will be taken in throughout the week by our Ministry of Prayer team. Thank you to our youth and family volunteers for being here.
I invite you to stand and repeat after me our affirmations. I choose love and compassion first.
I choose love and compassion first.
In the silence, I commune with the infinite.
In the silence, I commune with the infinite.
I am a beacon of joy and light.
I am a beacon of joy and light.
And so it is.
And so it is.
All that I see, all that I did, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. For it all. Na 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 na. Grateful for it all. All that I see, all that I did, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. For it all. Na 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 na.
On behalf of our entire community, thank you very much for being here today. I'd like to remind everyone that we offer prayer under the windows after service. And on that, I would also invite everyone to take your conversation into Fellowship Hall to create a quiet space for prayer. Thank you so much. Stay for the potluck and have a great week. What? And a rock painting and town hall. Yeah. Have a great week.